Well,
Yep.
hello, Sergey, and
Yep.
welcome.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for joining us. We're here with 193 players, excluding ourselves, so be about 192, somewhere around there. So we have a pretty good attendance here today. I'm sure everybody's excited to hear what you have to say and what you can answer for us. And before we start, like I said, we'd like to thank you for coming by and chatting with us, doing this live Q&A. I'm
Yeah,
sure
thanks,
everybody
guys,
here
for having
appreciates
me,
it.
and thanks, guys, for playing Warzy.
Well, thank
Let's
you
start.
as well. Thank your team as well. If there's anybody around you, um, yeah, we'll go ahead and start out and saying, War Z is come a long way since the alpha first came out. It was uh, real quick updates and lots of good patches and fixing things that the community really liked and fixing the things that were bothering them. So the fan base is growing. I know there'll always be people out there that will try and put you down, but you're working for the people that like your game, and that's
Yes,
exactly
we
what you
are.
got to do.
And we are going to do more and more stuff, so.
All right, well, we'll start out here. One of the first questions that we have for you is with the constant patching of War Z in the past, the last couple weeks has been kind of quiet. Is there a big patch in the works? And if there is, what can we expect as the next big thing coming out for War Z?
Yes, we actually working on pretty large patch right now, and it will contain several important things. Number one, we are unlocking about most of the map. So uh, on the next patch, you will have new areas on the map, and areas you already know will be changed. So it will be much more open world now. So for example, when we first really launched the game, let's say our alpha on October 15th, have only like about 30% of the map unlocked. And in order to kind of contain the map, we have to build like pretty stiff ledges and kind of channel people in kind of tunnel fashion in the world. So we are removing those restrictions now. So the whole map will feel much more open, so you can go anywhere and get up on to the top of the mountains and all stuff like that. So that's pretty big update to the map is coming. Next thing is we are adding more characters. We are adding some cool stuff. For example, we are adding low caliber 22 caliber pistols and rifles. So it's kind of sporting thing that can do much of the damage, but it's I think of that as your basic civilian weapons that
Right.
hopefully they will be pretty like common things in the game. Not as common, obviously, as the melee weapons, but still, it's much more common than other weapons in the game. Plus, we kind of in late stages of tasting friends and clans feature. So you will be able to form your clans. You will be able to use clan bank and put GC into share it with other clan members. You will be able to create your friends and play with friends, connect to the same server if you like to, and stuff like that. So outside that, we uh, doing constant updates to as you know to we are doing constant updates to our anti-cheat system. So you probably noticed in the last week there have been kind of drop of people who trying to use cheats.
Right.
I think we banned. It's actually been funny because we banned I think only about 600 people who've been using cheats. So that looks like out of like more than I think close right now to 300,000 people playing the game. Only like less than 1,000 people try to use cheats and yeah, been caught and been banned. So it's and
Yeah, I
those
see
people.
the policies that you guys have for that's very good. It's not too lenient, and people can appreciate that. And you also put in a warning on your forums that warns people, hey, you'll have two chances, but after that, there'll be no refund for you, and you will be out of the game. And as I've been playing PC games a long time, and I really respect a company that's willing to do that and step up and say, hey, that's not okay, as opposed to some of these other companies that just let hackers go. They'll play with hackers in their own game.
No, we have to zero tolerance policy for hackers. And even though like our game, we don't rely on subscription. There is no subscription. It's basically just one time pay for a game and stuff like that. We still believe people who are trying to cheat, they are ruining the game for everyone. So we will ban them, and we will fight that like as much as we can.
I'm sure everybody's glad to hear that. Kind of touching on that last question, you mentioned that you were removing some of the restrictions for maneuvering around the map and stuff. Is there any update on crossing bodies of water yet?
No. So basically, you won't be able to cross. So there are actually two answers to that. So number one, if water is pretty shallow, you can just walk there, and we will add kind of pieces on the rivers and on the lakes where you can actually cross to other side. And the probably second part of this question, are we going to introduce swimming anytime soon? So answer is yes, swimming is on our list of to-do things, but no, it's not going to be make it to the game anytime soon. So it's kind of like more like we're like, okay, yeah, we want to do swimming. We know how to do that. It's not a hugest priority right now for us. There are things that are much more important.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will agree. At least we know now that it's in the back of your mind, and you do know that it would be nice to be able to cross some of the lakes and things like that. But moving on, we have another question. Regarding a horde of zombies feature. You've seen this in some of the other games like Left 4 Dead and Daisy, where zombies clump up and maybe horde into towns or certain areas. Is that going to be a feature of your game, or are you going for um, the more realistic zombie thing where it's this many zombies around this many types of housing units, or how are you guys approaching the zombie horde feel?
It's let's start if first I think that I'm not sure how it's done in Daisy or Left. I mean, Left 4 Dead is just spawning zombies that constantly going in the waves towards you, right? But what we are doing, we basically spawn zombies at specific points. It's actually kind of completely random points around the towns and buildings and everything. So it's not like we are not saying, oh yeah, there is a building in a game and there'll be only like 3 or 4 zombies around that building and not more. No, we don't have that. So we spawn zombies in the world at random locations. And what happens after that, it's actually up to the players. So if players will go to the town and will start basically get noticed by all the zombies in the town and they start running, we end up running with like close to 100, maybe more zombies behind them. So they kind of create a horde of zombies and they can steer this horde into the place they want. But
Yeah.
yeah. So we are not limiting count of zombies that can be kind of one place. So if you can get all the zombies from the map them to one place, yes, you can do that. But at the same time, we're not creating like kind of scripted features where if you go to some place, we spawn like zombies and go toward you. No, we were not doing any scripting like that. So it's more like natural thing. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
the
a
player
city.
will create
There's like
his
a couple
own
hundred
horde.
zombies there. So do whatever you want with them.
Right. Is there in the future any place to have spawns for the zombies in the forest, or special creatures or special mutated zombies in the forest that Can people that don't feel safe while moving in the forest while these zombies?
We actually thought about that and we played that feature. So it's okay, not feature, but just placing zombie spawns inside the forest. Uh, we still 100% sure that it's a great idea, but we will do more experimentation. As for special type of zombies, actually right now in the game there are kind of two types of zombies. One are just your common walkers. They have all different stats and different speeds, so some of them are faster, some of them slower, but you're okay. We call them normals. They're normal zombies, right? And there are other type that we call specially mutated zombies. Can only be in large cities. Right now, it's like two towns on the map where high rises are, and they mostly hunt and go around by night and they're pretty fast. They are dangerous. Uh, Guys, they have more hit points than normal zombies. I think 4 times more. But if you kill them, you can actually harvest stem cells. You can be used to create vaccine and later on sold or in safe settlements. I even think that not even I saw on forums people actually here and they said, "Oh, it's cool. What's that? What's that creature?" So, but pretty rare. They are pretty rare breed.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one of those yet, but there has been a bunch of rumors about a special zombie up near Rifle Ridge. Is that any kind of a hoax, or is there actually something to that?
No, I think it's one of our special zombies who been to this place. Yes, it's not the hoax. Somebody actually saw this like rare creature.
Well,
Very
that's
nice.
Yeah,
that's fun.
it's actually a funny story about when we've created them. We have at any moment I think we have not more than 10 or about 10 or 12 zombies of this type in a game, and our guys even said, "Oh yeah, we should actually track their movement wherever they are. So what's happening to those guys, like a rare birds or something, get tracked? We should track the zombies." But we're not doing that right now. So like, so, yeah. So we actually don't even know where they are right now in the world.
Nice. Okay.
Well, that sounds like it's going to add to the suspense when everybody goes and plays later. Um, one of the next questions that we have is there a timeline, or is this even going to be a feature for proximity voice chat or VoIP?
We we know that we need. So it's an our to-do list